Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Sherry and this is Gardening in the North, and today is going to be the final video of my Ruth Stout potato experiment. And so for those of you that didn't see my previous videos, basically what I did is I decided to plant my seed potatoes this year using the Ruth Stout method, which is essentially laying down some hay exactly the same way Ruth did, and then throwing your seed potatoes on top, covering it with more hay, and walking away. So the only two things that I did throughout the potato growing season is I made sure that the plants actually got a little bit of water when it wasn't raining for a few days. And I used a bit of extra hay to mount up around the plants as they grew. Now, I will tell you that one of the things that I noticed using this method is that the plants actually lasted longer into the season than any other season before. And everyone that I spoke to in regards to their potato plants, when I asked them about them, they actually said that their plants had already died off and mine were still going strong to the point of 4 weeks longer than most people's plants were. So I can only assume that that is good news for the potatoes that we're going to find. My fingers are crossed that as we dig into this hay, we get a really good harvest of potatoes. So let's get started. My son Wesley and I are going to start pulling out the plants, lightly pulling the hay away, and looking to see what we have in here. Oh, that's no good. Oh, okay, pull the hay over here. Check and see.
Where's the string on there?
Okay, nothing, but look, there's lots there. Oh no.
Are they sweet potatoes?
Okay, so far we have checked 2 plants and I'm a bit upset. You can see that something has been in the actual bed and has been eating away at my potatoes. So we're gonna keep going, see what else we find. So far I'm at about 50% eaten compared to 50% of what we've harvested. So let's see what else we find. So the good ones look, or the bad ones look.
The manure smell is really coming out. That one's good. That's mashed potatoes?
Yeah. Oh, look.
Ooh.
Okay, look at this one.
Well, that's a good one. Oh, it's like thrown around. Here.
I wonder if I should have just come out here earlier. Hey guys, so I briefly just showed you some of the potatoes. This here is our harvest. I haven't weighed this yet. I will definitely weigh this and put it in the video so that you can see how much it weighs exactly once I go inside. But I would say that half of my harvest was eaten. And just to give you an idea, like some of the potatoes are quite large. So that's a good thing. However, a lot of them have been eaten. So if I just show you, here's another nice big one. But again, something has gotten at it. Now they didn't just like the red ones, they ate the yellow ones as well. So needless to say that I think that the Ruth Stout experiment was a success. I think that where I may have gone wrong is that with the normal way of planting and harvesting potatoes, you can actually leave them in the ground until you're actually ready to harvest them, as long as they haven't come to the surface and the sun isn't on them. With the Ruth Stout method, once your plants start to die off, you really should harvest them. So I should have been out here harvesting these potatoes roughly a week and a half to 2 weeks ago. And I'm wondering if I had done that, if I would have a better harvest to bring inside to use, as opposed to half of my harvest having been eaten. So I think that I'm going to try this method again next year. I think that it was successful enough that it's worth trying again, knowing that as soon as I start to see the plants dying off, I will come out here with my potato helper and we will start pulling those plants out and harvesting the potatoes a little bit earlier. I didn't think that I needed to do that. Obviously I did. When I say that I think that this method was a success, it's not because I ended up with a bowl full of potatoes. The reason that I think it was a success is the size of the potatoes. I didn't get anything this size last year. Like, I can't believe how big some of these potatoes are. And I mean, if I show you the one that was eaten, like, it is a great size for a baked potato for one person, and they would only need one potato. So I think that in general, this method was a success. I think that it hit the mark for being easy to do, maintenance free, and yielding very large potatoes. I just think that I need to be a little bit more on top of when I need to harvest it. So please, if you are on the verge of saying you are not going to be planting potatoes ever again, try this method. I guarantee you that you will like it. I feel like I didn't put a lot of effort into it, and I have a huge bowl of potatoes. So thanks for spending time with me, and happy potato harvesting.